Well, please come get your son. I want to give a special happy birthday to our guy from B-Dubs, Greg Soul over there. But your son is over here at the Cosmo Ruckus, right now in the driveway.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Thunderdome for another edition of Northmont Thunderbolt basketball. This time it's the Lady Bolts here at home taking on the Miamisburg Vikings, coming up from, taking about a 20-25 minute drive up from Miamisburg. Should be a good one here. Andy Horton alongside Jeff Allen on senior night. We already had some of the senior night festivities going on. And I don't know, I guess it's somebody's birthday. If you guys can hear that going through the stadium, we'll just keep on rolling through that. We got some pregame stuff that we're going to get to, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to go ahead and get started with our Thunderbolts. First off, we're going to talk about Brenna Williams, one of the two seniors that is being honored out here tonight. Had 9 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist in that game against Arcanum back on Monday night. She had a very nice outing and just a heartbreaker that the Bolts ended up losing in the final seconds there. And then Jenna Hall had a great game herself. I think she had 2 points at halftime, ended the game with 13. 5 boards, 6 steals to go along with it, shot 44%. Had a fantastic night up there versus the Spartans. And then Lainey Barrett, when she gets loose from 3, she just is a problem for opposing teams, and that was the case the other night. Knocked down 4 threes, didn't shoot the best, didn't have the highest percentage out there, just knocking down 33% of her shots, but had a great game nonetheless. Going to go ahead and move on over, talk about the Vikings, as Kaylee Norman in their last game versus Troy, 16, 9, and 7 steals, shot 50%, absolutely stuffed the stat sheet up and down. She's looking to come in and have another good night here inside the Thunderdome. The next Viking we're going to talk about, Lady Viking that is, or is that all we got? Okie dokie. So maybe team comparisons. We got that one? There we go. Going to go ahead and take a look at that. The team season stat comparison. Chef, you want to go into that?
Yeah, because it's really a tricky thing. If you look at both the teams, Northmont is 2-18 compared to the Miamisburg Vikings, which is this is the last team in the conference versus the second to last team, but you can't really see that in the stat comparisons. Miamisburg has just gotten it done in the crucial moments where the Bolts have lacked in that department. I mean, they're very evenly matched. I would say even the Bolts, the last place Bolts have the advantage. When you look at the points, 37.3, they're topping them. Miamisburg Vikings, who have 35.4, winning a lot of board battles, even when they're losing the game. Brenna Williams is so efficient down low. Jenna Hall, crazy athleticism coming from the perimeter on the wing, 28.8 to 18.2. They are out rebounding this team, and 8.8 assists to 7.2 assists. They like to hit the shooters, Hall and Barrett from outside. But here's what really stands out to me. 32.3 field goal percentage compared to 30.3, the lowest percentage. They also, Northmont is pretty much on a record roll here. The last 3 years, they have had the lowest shooting percentage in all of GWOC. So really time to clean that up. And you got to think, they only have 2 seniors. Their junior class is very strong. Ayla Rammel and Jenna Hall really carrying the toll. And Jenna Hall is having an amazing season, one of the best seasons from the past couple years. If you look here on your screen for Northmont, 8.9 points per game, 6.3 rebounds, and 3.3 assists, 3.5, excuse me, and 3 steals. She's actually 5th in steals in the entire conference and 4th in assists. So a lot of potential going forward. See if they can clean up those field goal percentage numbers. But for right now here on the NM Sports Network, we have an absolute banger coming at you. Miamisburg Vikings are taking on your Northmont Thunderbolts here in the Thunderdome tonight. Here on senior night, we got a lot of magic, got a lot of the community here, so we're going to throw it over to the PA announcers, and we'll be right back after that, baby. Don't miss it here on the NM Sports Network.
On all board-owned properties, including land, buildings, stadiums, outdoor facilities, and board-owned vehicles. Restrooms and concession stands. The restroom in the concession stand is located in the main lobby. Please take a moment to notice the 4 emergency exits in the corners of the gym. On behalf of the Board of Education and the administration of Northmont High School, we would like to welcome you to the Thunderdome for today's contest featuring our guest, Miami Square High School, and Northmont High School. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administrators and authority figures, and of course, your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Thank you. The official assigned to this contest has been selected and assigned accordingly to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association, the Greater Western Ohio Conference. The officials are Lucius Thorson, Kim Wargecko, and Maurice Neal. To honor our community, to honor our country and the freedom that the Star and Stripe represent, please stand and remove your hats and join us in the playing of the Star Spangled Banner. Now let's meet the teams for your Miami Square Vikings starters. Junior guard number 3, Addison Lever. Senior guard number 12, Daisy Fisher. Senior wing number 24, Kaylee Norman. Senior guard number 25, Jessica Whitaker. And junior wing number 40, Madison Dixon. The Vikings are coached by Sean Sims.
I sit on shoes in the big watch,
your North Prime Lady Bolts, number 1, junior guard Ari Eloy. Senior number 12 guard, senior number 11 Lady Bailey. Junior wing number 21 Jenna Hall. Junior wing number 34 Ayla Wayman. In the big yard down in the paint, senior number 44 Brenna Williams. The Bolts are coached by Maggie Beaman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Thunderdome here on senior night between the Northmont Thunderbolts and the Miamisburg Vikings. Andy Horton alongside Jeff Allen. Bolts will win the toss. And there's going to be, was that a kickball or a foul? I missed it right out of the gate, I guess. But regardless, Northmont ball, I believe it was a kick. Ball to inbound. Over to Elwa. Throw it over to Rammel. Now in the corner is Barrett, the senior. They get it down to Williams. She's going to put that one up off the glass, and it's missed. Rebound. It's going to be taken, and going the other way is Fisher. In the hands of, that was Lieber. Now that is Norman. Going to attack the glass, no good on the shot, and back the other way.
It's a brutal, 2 back-to-back brutal misses to start the game for both teams. Jenna Hall gets some high contest, great hustle in there.
There's going to be a jump ball there between Rammel and one of the Vikings. Miamisburg ball.
What you got to love about Ayla Rammel. Stand out in the box scores consistently, but man, she work hard down there, and it's a great piece for these Bolts.
Going back the other way. Vikings possession. Dribble handoff with Dixon. She's going to attack the rim. She's going to be fouled. Or, yeah, okay, she will be fouled on her way to the free throw line. Foul is going to be called against Jenna Hall.
Yeah, one of the better contributors, the second leading scorer on this Vikings squad. Madison Dixon has put together a great season. Is going to be coming back next year. Big piece for them. See at the bottom of your screen, 3 rebounds per game, 1.4 steals.
Elwood now for Northmont, trailing by 1. Into the front court, gets it over to Hall. Back outside to Rammel. Move it now over to the corner. Elwa, she's going to step back. The long-distance jumper, no good. Offensive rebound by Williams, put back and in. Just much taller than the defender. Got the easy rebound and the putback.
Senior night doesn't really start till one of these seniors pop off for something big.
The 3 there by Norman, no good. Rebounded by Barrett, I believe, and now into the front court. Rammel has the ball. She's going to pull up 14 feet. That one's going to spin all the way around the rim and jump out.
Yeah, great offensive approach here early for the Bolts.
Norman going the other way. Over to Lieber. The 3, no good. Rammel's going to come away with it. Gets it over to Hall. Hall. Vikings basketball now. Ball in the hands of Fisher. Driving. It's going to be lost, and it'll stay with the Vikings. Looking to inbound now. Is that Whitaker? Yes. Baseline inbounds. They get it into Norman outside. They go right back to Whitaker in the corner. Moving it around. Fisher drives, picks up the dribble. Back to Whitaker. Drives to the left side. Going to kick it to Norman, the three-pointer, off the mark. Will be picked up by Barrett. And she will take her time bringing it into the front court. Back over to Elwa. Slow things down a little bit. Barrett catch and shoot. Fires away, no good. Rebounded by Hall. Over to Elwa. She's going to shoot it and knock it down.
Gotta love to see it from the wing. The junior popping off here early.
5-1, Northmont leading. Stolen by Barrett. Going the distance, puts up the layup, will convert. Great start here by Lainey Barrett on senior night.
Yeah, already has a couple different rebounds, and you're going to see here in the replay, she has full green light tonight. This is her night. That one just misses off the right. Jenna Hall, great offensive rebound, and Elwa over there stepping up around the screen. Beautiful work here early for these Northmont Lady Thunderbolts here at the Thunderdome tonight on NM Sports Network for senior night itself. And it's beautiful. You love to see these stories on senior nights. Players just play differently. They play with more effort. Brenna Williams and Barrett already on the board here early, Andy.
Yeah, and it definitely means something coming out last time in front of the home fans. All your friends, all your family get to come out and watch you. And, you know, both of these girls spent 4 years here on the basketball team, giving all of their blood, sweat, and tears here to the Thunderbolts. So definitely means something in their last time getting to play. So now Viking basketball, they get it into the front court. It's Fisher up top to Dixon, thought about the three. She's gonna pick up her dribble. Now they get it to Fisher, driving, knocked out of her hands by Williams, and then Barrett comes away with the steal.
Exceptional defense down low from Brenna. So foul on Dixon, first foul here early, and Brenna Williams is going to find her way at the line. One of Northmont's best players here the last 5 years. See at the bottom of your screen, another great season. As one of the top interior presences in the conference, Brenna Williams managed to corral 11 points. She's had 5 games with over 20 points here. Career high for her, 44% from the field and 6 boards. Brenna sinks both of them from the line.
Number 44 up to 4 points on the night.
Already a couple boards, a steal. Great effort by these seniors here early.
Fisher, or excuse me, that's Norman controlling things into the front court. The cut to Lieber. They kick it out to the corner, then get it back out to Dixon. Way too much on that one. All glass. Rebounded by Rammel and in the hands of Elwa. Gonna slow things down, and I thought she was gonna send the defender to the floor. Get it back to Rammel. On the far side, the floater there, that was Barrett, no good. Offensive rebound, put back up, also no good, and then Norman will come away with the board. Up the floor, a little bit of a step back, gets it to Lieber. Now she'll pick up her dribble. That is Mumpower. Over to Dixon. Mumpower goes to the middle of the floor. Back up top, Lieber. Drives right side, up off the window. No good, but she's fouled. It's sent to the free throw line.
Yeah, first foul for Barrett, but it was definitely justified. Got to make them earn it down there against the bigger offensive player. Heads up decision last second by Barrett, forcing this Miamisburg team to go to the free throw line, and they have not shot well from the stripe this season. A total there, shooting 62.2% from the free throw stripe.
Just over 4.5 minutes played here in the first quarter. Lady Bolts, 9-2 lead. Couldn't ask for a better start to senior night. Elwa to the front court now. Abels checked in a moment ago. Before they throw it down inside to the Williams. She's going to put that one up a little too strong. Bounces off the back iron. Will be rebounded by Dixon.
That was a weird setup down low.
They get it inside the paint. They're going to kick it around now. Swing it around. Dixon driving up off the backboard. No good. Defensive rebound. Another there for Williams. Elwa into the front court. Abels in the corner. Out to Secor. Going to be picked up by Norman. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Elwa. Back to Secor on the wing. Throw it down inside to Williams. Off the window. Oh, another one's going to roll out for now a jump ball call. And that should stay with the Thunderbolts.
Tough go there for Brenna Williams. Strong defense by Dixon holding her ground, but great hustle to force the jump ball off the offensive rebound. 2.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Your Bolts lead 9-2. Very great start to the senior night.
They quickly throw it into Williams. 3-on-1. She's still going to put it up. No good that time.
Yeah, the seniors have the green light tonight, Andy.
No question about it. They're going to get this one over to Dixon now. They throw it inside. The quick kick to the corner. Three is way short. The shooter was Whitaker. Another rebound for Williams. Hall, Williams, high post. I get it.
We're looking desperate on the defensive side.
Steps inside the three-point line. The shot there by Abels, no good. Going to picked up by eBay. The offensive rebound. No good on the shot by Secor. Put back up and in after the offensive rebound by Williams. She's doing all of it.
There we go. We were waiting for it. We were waiting for it at the beginning of this game. Great job by Brenna Williams for getting that bucket to fall. Persistence is key.
Gonna drive that time, put it up, and get fouled. Dixon.
That'll be Dixon going back to the line.
See who they give it to. They're gonna hit Sophie Secor with the foul.
Great offensive board by Brenna. You see here on the Nick Smith & Sons replay.
Gotta love that.
Quick put back for the senior.
2 offensive rebounds, and then the third one is going to net points for the Thunderbolts.
Dixon missed her first free throw. And that's the second, so that's the third trip for the Vikings at the line tonight, and they're 3 of 6. That has been all their offensive production. So tip your hats to your Bolts defense so far tonight.
Has been suffocating. 6.5 minutes gone by here in the first. Over to Hall in the front court. Now they're going to go cross court. Abels is going to try and drive. Baseline, picks up the dribble. Secor now going to throw it away. Now there's a fight for the ball on the floor. There's a jump ball. That time, possession arrow favors the Vikings.
And if you notice, the Vikings have been chipping away at this offense all night long, trying that trap. It hasn't worked out often for them, but they finally break the rock. Get their first steal of the evening.
Going back the other way, Fisher. Oh, they're going to get... Thought she was going to be fouled, but the whistle came a little late. Oh, now Fisher will be on her way to the free throw line. Everything here in the first quarter is coming at the line for the Vikings. But Barrett picks up her second foul. Don't like seeing that here in the first quarter.
Not at all. Especially on senior night.
First free throw will drop. And the second one will as well. Now Barrett, she will stay in. Crosses the half-court line with the ball. Hall. Get it into Smith. That one's going to go up and might have been blocked. Going back the other way for the Vikings. wide open of the basket. That's Whitaker. She takes her time, puts it up off the backboard, and gets it to drop.
Vikings realizing they have to get their own energy going there on the bench. Here in an away game in the Thunderdome. Hall
fires away, off the mark that time. It's going to be rebounded by Mumpower. Now the shot by Norman goes up. She's going to be fouled and on the way to the free throw line yet again.
5 fouls here early for the Bolts. 5 trips to the line. None of them have been on the floor, Andy. All their buckets but one coming from the free throw line. And Norman has provided most of the firepower, leading this team in points per game. Tied for rebounds, 3.2 steals per game. She's third in the entire conference, so shouts out to Kaylee Norman closing her Miamisburg career with a good stat line and a good presence here.
Elwa into the front court now for the Bolts. Smith. Elwa gets it back on the near wing, the step back. Fires away just inside the three-point line. Off the mark. Gets her own rebound. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. They get it inside to Williams. A soft touch off the back.
There
off
she
the back
is.
line, drops in.
There's the senior again here in her night. Big Brenna Williams capping it off. Oh, my goodness. What a great effort so far for her.
8 points for Brenna Williams in the first quarter. 8 points for the Vikings as well. See, they get it in, just barely get it past. Is that Fisher? Number 12 nearly came away with that steal, threading the needle right to Williams. And then they're going to convert just before the buzzer. Great first quarter, 13-8. Your Thunderbolts lead inside the Thunderdome here on Senior Night on the NM Sports Network.
Vibes and good feelings we have gotten tonight here. One senior night at the Thunderdome. The Northmont Thunderbolts lead 13-8 here early. And we are going to get a couple of shout outs. People that allow us to do this and allow us to add so many much more layers to the Northmont sports culture. Nick Smith and Sons Construction, roofing and remodeling. Make sure you check them out, as well as Express It, both local family-owned companies. And here we go, back to action. Andy already. Northmont starting out with the ball here to begin the second quarter. Down low, that was Nas and those Jada Smith, excuse me. Brenna Williams, turn around, hook. Brenna is back again, already 8 points here. Not even 9 minutes through this game.
Make that 10. She had 8 at the break.
Whew.
They're going to call a double dribble, I believe.
She is cooking here in the low post. See that down there? 3 Vikings defenders all around her. Nothing they can do. Excellent start. 2/3 of the points for the Bolts for the senior Brenna Williams.
Driving with the ball. Elwa puts that one up. Is off the mark that time. Norman comes away with it. Going back the other way for the Vikings. Back to Norman. They swing it up top. The shot that was Fisher, off the mark. Elwa controlling things. Into the front court, Smith. They swing it over to Abels, just inside the three-point line. Shoots, no good. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Brenna Williams. Ball will go to the Vikings. Actually, that missed shot on that last possession was by Madeline Ball for the Vikings.
Miamisburg went on a good little run in there at the end of the first quarter, but come out being stifled again. Enemy territory here at the Thunderdome tonight.
Ball in the hands of Fisher. They get it over to Lieber. Back in her hands. High post. They work it to the wing. Trying to find a hole in this zone. Not really working right now. Northmont's defense moving on a string. The pass high out of bounds over the head of Whitaker. Lieber turns it over.
Beautiful rotation there by the Lady Bolts, making it happen. You see here in the replay, they're just moving constantly. Those rotations are crazy. Side to side, they rock like the boats. Beautifully in sync.
And they always talk about the key to man defense is 5 men or 5 women on a string. That was an example of it right there. The catch and the shot there by Smith, no good. Picked up by Dixon. And going the other way, Fisher. Norman, back to Fisher. They throw it inside to Dixon. Back out to Norman. Wide open shot. Off the back iron. And they're going to call a push in the back against Lieber as Rammel was in position to come away with the rebound, but the shove will stop play.
You see Ayla Rammel there. This is one of the many things she does.
The students section isn't so deep here tonight, but you can hear them that time. You can't do that. As if the player herself did not know. High post now with Rammel. Get it over to Elwa. Fires away from about 16, 18 feet away, and she'll knock it down. It's up to 5 on the night. Fisher fakes a dribble handoff. And Rammel gets her hand in there, knocks it away, and then ties it up. Ball will stay with the Vikings, but great effort there by Ayla Rammel.
It really is the little things that she does all over the floor, Andy.
You said it earlier, does not often fill up the stat sheet. It's the small things, and it's just one more of those small little things that she does.
Definitely a glue piece for these Lady Bolts.
Whitaker gets the pass to the corner, driving, it's Fisher. Up with the shot off the mark. The home fans are saying air ball. I don't know about that, though. Going back the other way, Elwa gets it to Barrett, fires away. Off the mark that time. Whitaker will be able to track it down. They get it to Dixon. Over her shoulder, she gets it to Lieber, and then they're going to call a foul against, was that Secor? I believe so. Fouled her, so Lieber couldn't get the easy shot off.
Yeah, and these Lady Bolts are coming out here on senior night with a different kind of intensity so far. A lot of physicality out there in this game.
Over to Norman. She's not going to be given a spot to land. Secor's going to hit her in the back. It's a foul and 1 opportunity.
2 back-to-back fouls for Sophie.
That's her 3rd on the game.
Sophie Secor is going to be a nice little piece, too. She's also a good rotational volleyball player. She's only a freshman, Andy, and she hasn't seen a lot of time in games so far this year. As Miamisburg converts their first and 1 of the night and climbs within 6. This game just got a lot more interesting.
Elwa on offense now. Secor going to get inside the 3-point line. Gets it over to Barrett. Shoots the 3. Too strong that time. Just off the back irons. Rebounded by Dixon. And they're going to hit her with a travel. She did not like the call.
Yeah, we're over on the Northmont side of things. And we could just hear this crowd bubbling up every time Lainey Barrett launches one. We know it's going to go crazy once that thing goes in.
Get it inside to eBay. They're going to call a foul, and the Viking defense is outraged with the call as they thought that they had a block there.
Shinaza eBay is right up there with the likes of those ladies that are the glue pieces for this team. She's only a sophomore, and she's averaging 6 rebounds a game on limited minutes. Limited game time, really. She was also a dual sports star over in the soccer world as well. She had a game-winning goal, very good season out for Lady Bolts for the soccer field. So a lot of cross-sport athletes here at Northmont, and you love to see it.
Back on the offensive end, the Vikings. Dixon tries to split the defenders. It's stolen away by Hall. Hall and Elwa all by themselves against one Viking, and she's just going to put the Viking on the floor.
Seen that so many times this year. Jenna Hall is so great at cutting off that lane at the last second.
That was Mum Power, the defender on that play. It was Hall Power on the offense. Dixon with the ball, passes it to the cutting Norman. She's going to be fouled.
Yeah, and while she heads to the line, I just want to run this back. The instinct for Jenna Hall to step in there, the athleticism, run it back, and with the defender in her way, acting like she's just a grain of rice falling to the floor. Fantastic effort by Jenna Hall. He's had an amazing season as well for your Northmont Thunderbolts. And one of two. See a half and half effort at the line again for the Lady Vikings.
That's Whitaker, the back door. No one was guarding her. She's able to cut to the basket and convert that time. Into the front court now, the Bolts with the ball. Hall controlling things. Uses a Ramel screen, gets it to Ramel now. Ramel has it knocked away. Back out to Hall, shoots the three. Off the front iron, rims around, and then falls off. Rebounded by Dixon. The Thunderbolt lead has been cut to 5. It's inside to Fisher, up off the glass, and gets it to go. 3-point lead. Just over 3 minutes to play here in the first half. And what seemed was going to be a dream senior night for our Lady Bolts is starting to turn into a real game here. Elbow with the ball. Pump fake. They go to Barrett. She's in the corner. Guarded by Whitaker. Step back three. Fires away after the screen. No good.
You can feel the tension every time she touches the ball. Thunderdome wants that Lainey Barrett three.
Trying to just break the ice with one. We know that once she gets it going, they're all just going to drop after that. But the ball is going to be lost now by Dixon. eBay comes away with it.
Some more fantastic defense. Physical effort by the Bolts. Oh, Ramel almost had the lane. Gets deflected, and now the Vikings have the ball again.
Mum Power got her hand in there and knocked it away.
For the tie.
Fisher.
Oh, my goodness. Daisy Fisher.
Holds up the three-point sign, running back down the court. 19 all here on senior night inside the Thunderdome.
And a very ultra clutch three there to completely change the momentum of this game. Bringing the ball now, Fisher trailing, and the help does not get over. Elwha thought they were going to switch up top. Fisher buries the dagger. First three of the night for Miamisburg. They only hit 2 threes in their last game, so not shooting well so far tonight. But they have taken over this second quarter here on the NM Sports Network, 19-19. It's looking to be a nail-biter here for senior night here at Northmont High School in the Thunderdome on NM Sports Network.
So out of the timeout, Thunderbolt basketball. Barrett to inbound.
Let's see if she can hit that three. I think they've kind of compromised and got comfortable on offense here in this second quarter. Only scoring 6 points to Miamisburg's 11.
Into the offensive zone now. Hall with the ball, and that's something else that's got to get going. Jenna Hall hasn't done much so far today. She got all of her points in the second half in the game on Monday against Arcanum. She's going to have to get going a little bit sooner than that, it feels like.
So a stalwart on offense for the Bolts. In the last 3 minutes, they're in a complete scoring drought. And on the opposite end of an 8-0 run by the Vikings.
Norman outside with the ball now. They move it over to Ball. And then she's going to end up throwing the ball out of bounds.
There we go. That's the stop that Northmont needed. Flip this momentum a little bit. See Hall inbounds it now. Like Abel's going to run things.
They go corner to Barrett. The three, they're going to say she's fouled. Or no.
I think it was an offensive screen, an illegal screen, I believe.
That's a tough one.
Yep. Furthers the hole the Bolts have to dig out to break this scoring drought here at the end of the second quarter. Good thing we have a lot of the community here tonight. The Northmont side is full. Very beautiful to see. Once that scoring drought gets broken, this building's going to be filled with energy.
Norman and Fisher go back and forth. Now Dixon, they get it inside. Back out to Dixon. That's Ball. Back over to Norman. Ball. Out to Norman, the three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound is going to be knocked around by Fisher, and eventually she comes away with it. She's going to be fouled now by Abels. And so the Vikings will maintain possession. It's going to hit Abels with a blocking foul.
71 seconds here left in this first half. Northmont needing a big change of momentum. They want to send these fans to the concession stands at halftime happy.
Back to the corner. The shot by Ball, a little too strong off the front iron. Rebounded by Rammel, and now being pushed into the front court. It's Barrett with the ball. She's going to stop. Use a screen by Rammel. Shoots it. Knocks it down. There it is. We've been looking for it all night, and the Thunderbolts finally find Lainey Barrett open from three.
And you hear that crowd. Eccentric, and there we go. The momentum completely flips. One bit, that's all we needed, Andy. That's all the Bolts needed, is for Barrett to sink one of her patented threes. The cannonball shooting form, I like to say. Shooting from the mid-stomach level. You'll love to see it, especially on senior night.
Now, after the travel, Northmont basketball again, 36 seconds inside to Williams. He's going to have it knocked away. She's able to get it back up, but they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Bolts. See a look at the replay here. Is C. Barrett is going to be able to use the screen by Rammel. Rammel racing down floor to set it up in time. And then
the Northmont fans in the corner of the replay.
Barrett again from distance. That one off the left iron. Rebounded by Rammel and then thrown off the foot of Dixon. So Thunderbolt basketball.
1 of 6 from 3 tonight for Barrett. Hoping for some good fortune in this game.
Inbounding from the deep corner. 26.3 to go. They get it in now to Rammel. They try throwing it up top to Williams. It's going to go over her head. She got a hand on it, but wasn't able to haul it in.
Broke the scoring drought after 4 minutes here at the end of the second quarter. They're going to have to fend off the hot Miamisburg offense if they want to end this half of the lead.
Fisher, they move it around. The open shooter, that was Mumpower, no good. They're going to call a foul on the rebound. And ball will go to Northmont. They're going to hit Dixon with the foul call. That is her second? Yes. So under 10 seconds to go. Thunderbolt basketball. They get it back to Barrett. She's going to catch and shoot from 30 feet away.
Oh! Lady Barrett on senior night hits the buzzer beater at the end of the half. From about 27 feet. Oh, my goodness, Andrew.
Started out 0 for 5 from distance on the night. Is able to connect on 2 of the last 3. And that one is from Butler. I mean, that one is deep, deep. My, oh, my.
Sweet senior night here at the Thunderdome. We'll take one last look at it. Lainey Barrett running on the floor. She says to her good friend Jenna Hall, "This is my moment, baby. I've been waiting for this all season," with the closeout, looking down the barrel of the gun. A Barrett 50 cal here tonight. And she hits her second 3 within a minute and a half, and that ends the half here at the Thunderdome for the first one at least. 19-19 with a minute and a half to go. Barrett hits 2 threes back-to-back here on senior night. Brennan Williams, fellow senior, has 10 points, and Barrett has 8. We'll see how that develops, and what a beautiful story we already have so far here on NM Sports Network for senior night. On behalf of Jeff Allen and Andy Horton, it is halftime. I know we're excited, but we'll be right back after this for some more Thunderbolts action here on NM Sports Network for senior night.
Three-point shootout? No? Anybody want to do a three-point shootout? On the top of the key. Three-point shootout? You guys want to do it? One line, one line, one line. No warm-ups. All right, actually, let's play knockout. We got time to play knockout. Let's play knockout. Free throw line or three-point line? Free throw, three-point line. Free throw line? If you're playing, line up, line up, line up, line up. Difference, you ready for knockout? You ready? Shoot first? Go ahead. This
ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here inside the Thunderdome on the NM Sports Network. I am Andy Horton alongside Jeff Allen. The second half of senior night for the Lady Bolts versus the Miamisburg Lady Vikings coming up for this great game. And I'll tell you what, in the first quarter, I didn't think we'd have a great game. And then as we came down the stretch there in the second quarter, the Vikings went on a huge run, 8-0, to tie things up. And after that, the final minute and a half, it was the Lainey Barrett show, knocking down a couple of threes, got her up to 8 points on the night. And then the other senior is Brenna Williams. She coming into the second half with 10. So a great start here to senior night for the two senior Bolts. Vikings will start the half with the ball. Ball in the hands of Norman. She's going to get into the paint. Puts that one up over top of Williams. No good. Defensive rebound there by Williams. Has it knocked away from her, but Rammel comes and scoops it up. Going to slow things down and now gets it to Elwa. Rammel now. They move it over to Hall. It's had a very quiet night for her standards. Moving it back to Elwa. Hall. Jenna Hall with just 2 points at halftime. The three by Barrett, that one's going to rim around and fall out. Rebounded by Rammel. And then they're going to get a timeout in before they call the jump ball. No scoring in the first minute after halftime.
Yeah, and I know what people are going to ask me. Yeah, you have this replay queued still? Yes, I did, Andy. Yes, I did. I can't get enough of watching this play. It's beautiful. Just look at Lainey Barrett the whole time.
What's
in the zone. Calls for the ball. Look at that release. Beautiful. Keeps her arm up. And the crowd in the bottom right corner, you see hands flying up. It is just a beautiful sight to see, especially on senior night. What a moment. I think that'll be the standout moment, unless she hits a buzzer-beating three to win the game. That takes the cake on the night. And a gorgeous theme for it. Everybody here is going to remember it. So shout out to the seniors here on senior night on NM Sports Network. Your Bolts leading 25-19.
Those two seniors combining for 18 of their teams, 25 in the first half. So just a fantastic start. The quick inbound there to Williams. She's going to miss the jumper, but it's going to go out of bounds off the Vikings. Things are just kind of going the Bolts' way right now. Even on the miss, they still do keep possession. Rammel gets the inbound. All up top, Elwa. They throw it inside to Williams. They bring two. They're going to call a foul now. It's going to be a baseline inbound. Madison Dixon picks up her third. That could be a problem if the Vikings want to have a chance to come back and win this one. She's been the best defender down there against Williams so far.
Wind up on a 3-1. Beautiful double screen to the perimeter. Finds Brenna. There it is, Andy.
Got another one to go. Up to 12 on the game for her. And 20 for the two seniors combined. They get it over to the far corner. The shot there by the Vikings is going to be airballed. The rebound by Dixon. And then Dixon left all alone. Hall got her hand in there, knocked it away. Out to Whitaker. The floater, no good. Rebound by Dixon, no good that time either. And Rammel will come away with the rebound. Gets it to Elwa and pushing it into the front court with pace over to Hall. The three-pointer off the mark. Rebounded by Williams. She's going to put that one back up, but she's fouled and sent to the line.
And I want to look at this wonderful inbound play from the Bolts here. Bring the double screen. And then the second screener comes over and screens for the first screener. Beautiful work inside by Brenna Williams for the finish as well. Brenna missed her first free throw. Now at the line. Mentioned her so many times tonight. Just one of the best inside presences in GWalk. It's going to be hard to fill her shoes next year.
And the home fans aren't happy that one is called off of Rammel. And I think I might have agreed, but I don't think we got the replay to take a look at. Going to be a substitution. eBay will check in for Barrett. Getting a quick break. The dribble there by Fisher. And has to pass it to get it into the front court. They're going to call a blocking foul against Rammel. Oh, no, they're going to hit Jenna Hall with that one. Picked up the block. Fisher into the backcourt. Guarded by Rammel as she crosses the timeline. Gets it over to Norman. Attacking. Gets it out to Lieber. The three off the side iron. Rebounded by Dixon. Backs things out into the corner. Tries to get it to Lieber, but the pass is too high. Fisher will get possession. She's going to be tripped up by Rammel. Another blocking foul. That'll be Rammel's second. Get it in now. That's Norman. The step back. Now they go to the corner. That's Lieber. Inside. Lost by Whitaker. She's going to be able to pick it up. Gets it to Norman. Way too strong on that one. Offensive rebound. Lieber. It's knocked away by Elwa. And they're going to say ball goes to the Thunderbolts. Thunderbolt ball going into the offensive end. eBay on the far wing. Saw her brother hit a 3 or 2 in the game yesterday. It was a little shocking as he doesn't take many of those. And back the other way after the turnover. In the hands of Norman. She's going to dribble up to three-point line. Fires. No good. Ball's going to go through the hands of a couple of different players and then end up with the Vikings. Dixon gets the pass on the curl, and she's going to be able to take that one straight to the rim. Bolts lead by 6, 27-21. Barrett just checked back into the front court. Rammel on the near wing. Barrett, three-pointer, fires, knocks it in, another one. 11 for Lainey Barrett. Back the other way. I thought that Dixon was going to shoot that three. Instead, she throws it cross court in the hands of Norman, who gets it back. Fisher moving it around. Now Dixon's going to fire the three. Off the mark, rebounded by Fisher. Picks up her dribble, and out to Whitaker. We're going to reset things. Norman. Fisher on the far wing. The three. That one's going to fall. Right back at him. 30-24, the Thunderbolts lead. Barrett now in the front court, standing at the volleyball line.
Launch it.
Right between the two defenders. Now into eBay, the pass from Williams right over her shoulder to the open teammate. Going to convert and push the lead back up to 8.
Offensive production heating up for both teams now.
Dixon, one dribble inside the three-point line, no good. Gets nothing but the glass that time. It's going to be rebounded by Whitaker, and then she's bumped after the rebound.
Now let's take a look at this off-ball motion. Smith passes over to Rammel. Barrett comes in right behind, and then Rammel moves right after the pass to screen the opposite side. Some more gorgeous work. It seems like finally at the end of the season, this Bolts offense is hitting on all cylinders tonight.
Driving past the defender, that was Dixon, gets it back out to Norman, drives to the cup, and is going to drop it in. Elwa on offense. Stops at the three-point line, picks up the dribble, and a timeout for Northmont.
And it'll be a timeout with 3:17 left here in the third quarter. We're going to take another little opportunity to shout out our sponsors here for NM Sports Network. Nick Smith and Sons Construction. They are hosting the replay. They do roofing, remodeling. Remodeling is a very vague term. They do almost everything. So hit up Nick Smith and Corey Smith. Have any of those needs, they are around the area. And tell them NM Sports Network sent you. You'll definitely get a discount, and that is on us. We appreciate them very much. Also, a huge shout out to Express It. Make athletic sportswear. They're doing a lot of different things, expanding all over the region. Make sure you hit them up at 937-369-0222. Also mention NM Sports. Sure they'll throw you the benefit of the doubts. You'll get some quality clothing. So Nick Smith and Sons, Express It. Make sure you hit them up. We appreciate them for sticking with us all season long. It's the last game we'll do at the Thunderdome for girls basketball here on the NM Sports Network. It's been a wonderful season.
Secor to trigger the inbound. They try to get it into Elwa. It's going to be turned over. Norman gets a steal. Ball is going to get it over to the corner now. Out to Dixon. Underneath the basket, wide open was Ball. She's going to put that one off the window and in. So it's a 4-point game now.
Uh-oh, those Vikings are creeping back all of a sudden.
Secor, the crossover on her way to the lane. She's going to be blocked. That was either Dixon or Ball. Fisher with the ball in her hands. Dixon driving right side of the lane. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by eBay. And now in the hands of Elwa. Up to Barrett. Going to slow it down a little bit. Guarded by Fisher. Going to screen, get it right back from Elwa. Try to go inside, and then they'll dip it back out. At the volleyball line, controlling the offense. Secor uses a screen by Smith. Nearly loses the ball, gets it out to Elwa. Back things out for a second, then tries to drive. Has it tied up with Norman, and that ball will favor, or the possession arrow will favor the Thunderbolts.
Miamisburg is locking it down right now, making a very strong effort here late in this third quarter. Playing the best ball that they've been playing, getting on a roll here with 2 minutes left. 10 minutes total this second half. Brenna Williams down low again.
Off the mark that time, tipped by, that was Smith, and then eventually Ball came away with the rebound. They're going to call a foul on Williams. Her first of the night.
Really a smart play if you think about it, trying to prevent that fast break from happening. Especially while the Bolts are in a little bit of a drought here in the last 2 minutes.
There's a great heads-up play, though, on the pass by Hall. Get it into Williams quickly, trying to catch the defense off guard. She just wasn't able to convert. On the offensive end now for the Vikings. Dixon loses her balance, throws it outside the ball. It's in the corner to Fisher. Up top, Mumpower. Norman drives, gets past Williams. They're going to hit Williams with another foul now on back-to-back possessions. Brenna Williams picks up fouls.
Norman will head to the line here for the Vikings. And a gigantic effort on her part tonight to bring her Vikings back. They've been down all game other than 19-19 tie-up right before the half.
He shoots just 59.6% from the free throw line on the season. She cans both of those that time. Cut the lead, cut the deficit down to 2.
Miamisburg stepping up. 92 run here.
Ball controlling things, gets it into Abels. They're going to throw it back out to Elwa and open Abels. Move it back to Hall. Williams down low on the block. Gathers, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Ball. And now it looks like the Vikings may have numbers if they go with speed instead. The shot, oh my goodness. Norman is able to slow down, great body control, and flip up the floater, gets it to go. 32 all. Cross it by Hall, trying to drive baseline, up and under. She's going to be fouled and will go to the line.
Yeah, fantastic basketball IQ there by Jenna Hall, trying to draw that foul, kind of break up this Miamisburg momentum. It's been a tough run, 11-2 so far for the Vikings here at the end of this third quarter. And will not be able to break the scoring drought here. Tough go at things in the last 4 minutes for the third here for the Bolts. We saw the same thing there at the end of the second quarter.
The second free throw drops for Hall. 66% free throw shooter on the season. Up into the front court, Fisher. Ball, back to Fisher. 48 seconds. Inside the three-point line, gets it over to Norman. Launches, that one's off the mark. Offensive rebound by Norman, tries to get it around Elwa, throws it off Elwa, and then recollects the rebound.
Tough mistake for no one to box out Kaylee Norman, the person who's been leading this run, the Vikings star player.
We tick under 30 seconds now. Remaining here in the third, it's Fisher, Norman. They look to maybe go to Dixon, but a great job there defensively by Elwa to be able to stop the inlet pass. I mean, that's a huge size mismatch there for the point guard, but she was able to fend off Dixon and make them go in the opposite direction. Under 20 to go now as we tick down to 15.
Vikings look like they're going to hold for this last shot here.
Dixon up top. They go corner. Back to Dixon going against Williams. Has it knocked away by Hall. 3 seconds. Fisher got to throw it up and does. That one's going to be way short. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. 33-32. The Lady Bolts just barely hanging on to this lead. So we are rounding third and heading for home here on the NM Sports Network. Andy Horton and Jeff Allen here on senior night.
And great defense there on the last possession by the Northmont Thunderbolts. Held them for 40 seconds, but they need a jolt in that offense. Looks like they figured out Brenna Williams down low, hounding her, getting back on the rotation. Something needs to change, and it needs to change quickly here for the Northmont Thunderbolts on senior night. Been a fantastic effort, a fantastic go at things. Brenna Williams, leading scorer with 12. The seniors and riding shotgun in the scoring lead, Lainey Barrett with 11. Here as we head into this fourth quarter. Crucial moment here for the Northmont Thunderbolts, looking for their third win. Only their second GWAC win. Excuse me, that'll be the first GWAC win. We'll come out here, 8 minutes to go. 1 quarter left to play for the Northmont Thunderbolts. 2 of their seniors, last quarter they'll ever play in their career here at home. Here we go on NM Sports Network.
Vikings will start the quarter with the ball. Fisher in her hands now. Mumpower outside, top of the key. Swings it back over to Dixon. She'll get past Hall. Has it knocked away by Williams. Picked up by Fisher, and then will be stolen by Williams. Great start to the fourth quarter by Brenna. Hall picks up her dribble. Get it to Elwa. The screen now by Rammel. Dribbles up to the three-point line. Shoots off the mark this time. Ball will come away with the rebound for the Vikings. And in the hands of Dixon now, crossing the timeline. Right back to Dixon. Norman running off a screen. They get it back out top. The three-pointer, no good this time. It's going to bounce off the front iron after the high bounce. Hall collects the rebound and into the front court. Elwa thought about the three, instead over to Barrett. Going to move it back to the senior. Now in the hands of Hall. They go corner to Rammel. Barrett uses a screen, back to Rammel inside the three-point line. Way too much on that one. Will be rebounded by Dixon. Driving into the front court. Gets it over to Fisher, has it knocked away, and then Brenna Williams will tip that ball as it goes out of bounds.
Great defense here by Brenna Williams. Last 2 possessions. Both teams stifled offensively. 1.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. No points put up. This one looking like it's going to be a barn burner here. Last home game for the Thunderbolts. No good down low. Hall on the break.
And Rammel takes a tumble there in transition. Fires away. Barrett, 3. No good. Picked up by Dixon and into the front court now for the Vikings. Knocked away, pick in the pocket, it's Hall. going coast to coast, a foul. And she'll be on her way to the free throw line.
That's the reason she's one of the best ball thieves in all of GWOC. 4th in steals. Let's run it back here. Dixon, not a ball handler, actually plays the 5 for these Vikings. Hall, feast on the opportunity. Fantastic job there by Jenna Hall. Been the star player all around. I mean, doesn't lead in points, doesn't lead in rebounds, lead in assists and steals. But she does it all. 5th in assists, 4th in steals in the entire conference. What an impressive young lady. Dual sport, you could say this with effectiveness, dual sport star for sure.
That is for sure. I don't know how many times we were screaming her name out during volleyball games. I mean, just an absolute highlight reel player in both sports. It'll be a pleasure to get to watch her next season as well. The dribble handoff on the offensive end for the Vikings. Lieber now going to drive, gets it out to the corner of the ball. She's going to get it now to Whitaker, and right behind Williams. They're going to be able to convert on the layup. Elba into the front court. They throw it over to the far wing to Barrett. The pump fake. Now they get it to Hall, driving off the backboard, and will convert. Jenna Hall up to 7 points now after the very slow start.
Heating up, and we saw this Monday versus Arcanum, Andy. Late in the game, she swoops in.
Yeah,
it's doing her thing.
Really was a massive part of the offense. The shot by Norman off the mark. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Rammel. It's a massive part of the offense there in the second half against Arcanum. Really powered the Thunderbolt offense to the near victory. Timeout, Vikings.
Jenna Hall cooking here late. She has the last 4 points for the Bolts. We'll see. They can keep fending off these Vikings. They refuse to go away every single time they tie it up. The Bolts score again, and the Vikings just keep coming back every time you knock them down. But interesting stat, perhaps the stat of the game here. With 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter, Miamisburg Vikings have not led once in this game since they scored that 1 point, since it was 1-0. They've come back to tie it 3 different times, but they have not had a lead since 1 minute into this game.
Well, and you know, that's something that they talk about a lot, is all the energy it takes to pull yourself out of a hole, to claw your way back, how much more energy it takes to actually get the lead. It's, you know, it's a weird barrier to break sometimes. So far, the Vikings haven't been able to break through. A little bit of trolling over here in the Thunderbolt side. A couple of the students were, it looked like some Fortnite dances to me. Coming back from the timeout. Viking ball, they get it into Fisher. She's going to be fouled and on her way to the free throw line. It's either going to be Barrett or Williams. It is on Brenna Williams, her 3rd foul of the second half.
Miamisburg just over 50% on the line tonight, but they've just had so many free throws. That's been the big issue. I mean, Northmont's physicality really standing out, but got to be more careful there with your arms and legs while down low. A lot of these points, I'd say a little under half, have been free throws, but they get lucky there. She misses both of them, and Jenna Hall, scorching hot right now, bringing it down.
Rammel with the ball. They throw it into Williams. They're going to call a foul against Lieber.
Northmont gets the benefit of the doubt there, and they've been really good off inbound plays tonight. It's going to be Lieber's 2nd foul. See what they got drawn up. They're doing a 4 corners there. 2 in the low post, 2 in the high post.
They quickly get it into Hall. And then they try to throw it into Williams. There's going to be another foul called.
Trying to combat Brenna Williams' size, and they see the glaring hold down there with Dixon out of the game. Dixon has been the only one to counteract Brenna Williams tonight.
Williams gets it right back on the inbounds play. Misses the first with the offensive rebound, converts the second. Just a machine down low.
They can't do anything. Like I said, 40's out of the game right now.
ball drives, misses, rebounded by Whitaker, and that's another miss. The rebound will be taken by Hall. They get it over to Elwa with 4.5 minutes to go. Bolt's lead has been built back up to 5. Ram all by herself at the free throw line. She's going to turn around and take it when she notices she's all alone, off the mark. Fisher into the front court now for the Vikings. Gets it to Norman. Norman's going to throw up the shot, be fouled by Rammel, and on her way to the free throw line.
Great job by this Bolts defense, just really halting the momentum from the Vikings. You see here, the offensive side of the ball. Third attempt inside after getting fouled twice. Misses the first one, and just an unstoppable force. Miamisburg only has one lady on their team that can really go head-to-head with Brenna Williams inside, and she's on the bench. Great job by Coach recognizing that. Norman's going to be at the line for 2 now.
First one's going to rim out, and Northmont looks like they're going to bring in a little bit more size. They bring in Naza Ibe. Second one will drop for Norman. That's the lead to 4. 4:15 to play.
If they made all their free throws the last 2 trips, they'd be down 1. Again. Brenna again.
Just turns over the inside shoulder, throws it up, and it's just automatic at this point.
What a night she's having, marching towards 20 points here, Andy.
And she's got to have a double-double already, right?
Easy.
Get it over to Norman, drives middle, Lieber outside, drives back to the right-hand side. It's going to be fouled now. I believe they're going to hit Elwa with the foul call. And that's going to be her first foul of the game.
Get the bottom of the screen. Lieber made a 3 earlier. It's been really tough on defense. Other than that, been quiet tonight. Really just a role player for this team. The Vikings. Let's see if she can play a big part. Starting up a comeback and getting the first lead here in this game. We hope not here on NM Sports Network. We want a happy ending for our Lady Bolts. Only up 4, just under 4 minutes to go. Big steal for the Vikings.
Norman takes it from Elwa. They get it over to Fisher. And she's going to mishandle the ball, which causes the Northmont defense to be able to get back. And then a timeout for the Vikings.
White, the nail biter on our hands right now. Run it back and see that last series. Norman, great effort steal. Good job by Elwa getting back. She is so nifty to have on the defensive side. Little switchblade down there. Of course, has trouble with the bigs, only standing 5'4". But she's so shifty. She gets in those lanes, really causes a lot of trouble. Big shout out to our seniors tonight. Brenna Williams has to be over 10 rebounds, 18 points. Lainey Barrett kind of slowed down here in this 4th quarter. They've been all over her tail trying to prevent her from hitting another 3. But that in itself is, we've seen in the league and in college basketball, you get those elite shooters, that opens things up for the offense. So she's doing her thing tonight. Jenna Hall's come alive in the 4th quarter. It's going to be a nail biter. Let's see if the Lady Bolts can pull it out on senior night.
They inbound it now. The Vikings do to Norman. Going to throw that one up over eBay. No good. They're going to take it away from eBay now. Dixon checks in, gets it out to Lieber. No good on the 3-pointer, and then Dixon will get another rebound, be able to put it back up and in. So a 1-possession game now. Hall gets it, and now Elwa as the ball goes into the front court for the Bolts. They go to Hall in the middle of the floor. Fire it down to Williams. It's going to just go out of bounds. I thought it might have been tipped. Turnover. Ball will go back to the Vikings.
Vikings are creeping now.
3:03 to go here in the 4th quarter of play. Over to the corner. Now Norman back to Lieber. It's Dixon outside. Over to Fisher. Guarded by Barrett. Norman going to drive against Rammel. The spin. Now they get it to Dixon driving. Kick to the corner. The wing three off the mark. Williams is going to pick it up. Another rebound for the senior, and then Elba will be fouled on the pass to Hall. Going to be baseline out of bounds.
Who's going to step up here on senior night? Very memorable moment in the making right now.
Get it to Rammel on the inbound pass near the three-point line, and now she's into the front court. Williams down low on the block, over the shoulder, and knocks down another one.
Big Brenna's taking the moment. Beautiful drop step hook.
Up to 18. They just keep adding up. Ball in the hands of Fisher. Whitaker now off ball, foul. They're going to hit Elwa. The fight down there on the block.
Let's take a look at that again here. Oh my goodness, Brenna Williams putting on a low post scoring clinic. Calls for the ball, great entry pass, turn around with the contact. Can't get the double team there fast enough. Master class in low post scoring tonight.
The cut to the basket there by Norman gets the lead back down to 2. Quick inbound by the Bolts, and Elwa is going to run it into the front court before trying to slow it down.
She needs to be careful though.
Picks up that dribble.
For that trap.
Now they get it.
No way.
To Hall, now down to Williams, misses the first one. Another one, misses that one. Now there's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Bolts. Jump ball that time between, that was Rammel and Norman, who will trigger the inbound. They'll have Hall. They try to get it into Rammel. It's stolen by Dixon. Going the length of the floor. Blocked by Rammel.
Oh my, the defensive play of the year. Ayla Rammel, how about that hustle we've been talking about? All the utility she brings to this team tonight. Beautiful work there.
The reach-in foul now by Norman against Hall. Take a look at the replay here. Rammel not giving up on the play. There's that soccer player stamina.
I was about to say that she looked like a goalie in the paint. Amazing rundown block. And couldn't come at a more clutch moment. As all the underclassmen, all the players on this team, all the coaching staff, everyone in here right now wants a happy ending for senior night, but the Miamisburg Vikings. And they look to take a timeout to recoup with 1.5 minutes left. And of course, we'll take another look at that key moment here, and we'll even slow it down because we got some time for the timeout. Goes for the inbound play. Excellent work by Dixon. Rammel almost gets it. She's charging towards the sideline. She sees the promised land. Ayla Rammel with the high stride. Dixon has no clue she's there until she's on the ground.
And it almost looks like she jumped a little early. She was just able to float through the air long enough to be able to get a piece of that thing. I mean, she jumps 10 feet away from the rim. She jumped at the second little skid mark there.
Yeah, and I don't even know if that was all just block. I think Dixon saw her at the last second in slow motion. It was slower motion than that. She's like, no. Threw up an awkward layup. Nonetheless, amazing defense. Couldn't come at a better time here. Right here in the Thunderdome. Here on NM Sports Network. On senior night, baby. We got a big finish in the biggest game of the year for the Bolts. Last game at home. And it's going to be so satisfying if they can pull it out here. Only up 2. The pesky Vikings have stayed in this game all along the way. Ever since that run in the third quarter, they have been down by no more than 2 possessions. The Hall missed the first free throw. Big bucket here, sinks the second.
So it is 1 full possession with the lead standing at 3. Fisher on the offensive end now. The double screen comes. She's going to pass it over to Norman now at the top of the key. Crosses over against Rammel. Outside to Whitaker, the pass to the corner. Dixon three-pointer, way too strong. Defensive rebound there by Williams. She'll be able to get it over to Hall, now to the middle of the floor. Elwa.
Here we go.
Front court.
Oh, my goodness.
Barrett had a chance to shoot that one. Instead,
they're going to make him foul.
He's going to make the smart play and just hang on to the ball.
I really wanted that senior night moment, though.
That would have been something.
But coach has got to coach, dude. Coach has got to coach. I completely get it.
That is for sure. The foul comes by Norman.
Great strategy. That'll be 5 that'll be 5 fouls, so they're going to send Elwa to the free throw line. Big stuff for her right here. She is not a great free throw shooter. Hasn't been to the line a lot. She has a lot of interior takes. 33%, but sinks that one here. High stakes moments. Everybody could hear me there in that moment. Everyone was quiet.
Second free throw is no good. Fisher gets the rebound and Ball takes it up court. They go corner to Dixon. The spin against Hall, blocked by Hall. Another big time play to close out senior night. 36 seconds to go. Elwa is fouled. Jenna Hall coming back out one more time, putting the clamps on.
These Bolts could not be more clutch here. See it in slow motion. Hall takes the perimeter defense head on. Spin move, jumps early, gets into the ball. Wonderful defense there. Elwa's going to miss the first. Vikings got to convert here if they want to stay in this game. Counting on an Elwa miss. Went 1 or 2 last time around. She do the same here. No, she can't. 1 of 4 from the line the last 2 trips. Big play there for the Vikings. That's what they absolutely needed. They need to get the ball in the hands of Norman. Been the leading scorer all year and especially all game.
They get it to Fisher. She mishandles it. Now they go to Norman. Inside the three-point line, kick it to the corner. Drive by Dixon. Gets past Rammel, puts it up off the glass, gets it to fall.
Big bucket.
But the clock continues to tick. They still don't call the foul. That was, and now they hit a travel. Oh, my goodness. There was at least 2 different fouls there. They don't call it. And now the turnover by the Thunderbolts. A timeout for the Vikings.
The foul there.
How is there no foul there or there?
I don't think that last one was a foul.
And then where's the travel?
Yeah, we got to figure that out.
Oh, my goodness. Shout out to Nick Smith and Sons for giving us the replay. I just don't get that one.
We'll run it back here again. Definitely a foul on Elwa. Possibly a foul on Rammel. Oh, yes. Right at the beginning. We'll run it back one more time. As soon as Jenna Hall gets the ball here from Rammel. 1, 2. Oh, that is
That's so close.
That's very controversial call here at the end of senior night. On senior night, man? On senior night? Come on. Come on. So huge moment. We're all holding our breath here on NM Sports Network, and this is what basketball is all about. This is why you have us here, to explain the storyline. Miamisburg been creeping around, have not had a lead since the beginning of the game. Now they're down by 2 after Elwa missed 3 free throws out of 4. They get a big travel call, so Northmont gets no points. Can they spoil the senior night? Here we go. Vikings with the inbound.
Lady Bolts lost the last game on a game winner. Is it going to happen again? There's a foul before the inbound, and that means free throws.
Okay, I think that is more favorable here than a possible field goal for Northmont, but they have the team's best free throw shooter and best scorer on the line, Kaylee Norman. It is also her senior year. Can she step up in this big moment? Down 2. She's got to. And that puts us in the position for the Lady Bolts' biggest moment of the entire year. But first, we got to get through these free throws right here. Kaylee Norman. First free throw. No good. Moment is too big. And now the Bolts have the upper hand Berg will have to foul here if they want to hope in getting back in this game, but first they got to make this one. Norman's second free throw, no good again. Kaylee Norman misses both of them. Brenna Williams gets the rebound. Such a tough go for the senior star of Miamisburg. Taking it with grace, but oh my goodness, that's going to be a tough pill to swallow tonight. But they put Elwha back at the line, so there still is an opportunity for a Hail Mary miracle here. If I'm coach, I'm telling her to miss the second.
I was just about to ask, do you make the first and miss the second just to get the clock running? The Bolts out of time, the Vikings out of timeouts.
I'm making Miamisburg work for that three-pointer. It's going to have to be a Hail Mary miracle, and they already shoot 21 from the three-point line as it is. Elwha misses the first one of 5 here in the last minute of the game.
I suppose that complicates things a little bit.
A lot of bits. Here we go. Second free throw. Elwha, biggest free throw of the season for Northmont. It misses. 0 of 2 both ways.
Goes
and it
out
goes
of
off
bounds.
for Miamisburg. This game just keeps on getting crazier, Andy.
Either Dixon or Ball was the last player to touch it.
Here we go, huge timeout for Northmont. Miamisburg will have to get the quickest foul they've ever done, and then a miracle shot only if they miss one. Northmont is in a fantastic position. I cannot believe Miamisburg fumbled that one. What a heck of a game we've had tonight, and we figured it might go something like this here on senior night at the Thunderdome. Here we go, one of the last possessions.
Oh, just really got to get it in. They do to eBay. It's going to be stolen, and time is going to run out. Whitaker came away with the ball, but that does it here on senior night inside the Thunderdome. The Lady Bolts are going to get the first conference win of the season, 45-43 over the Vikings. This one was back and forth all game long. I mean, they say basketball is a game of runs. It was just slugging back and forth every time we thought the Bolts were going to walk away with it. The Vikings crawled their way back in.
What a gorgeous story. A lot of ladies stepped up there at the end. Lainey Barrett in the first half. Jenna Hall in the second half. Ramble had a gigantic block. Hall had a gigantic block. Britta Williams had 18 points. What a way to end her career here at Northmont High School and the Thunderdome. Those ladies left it all on the floor. And since it is senior night, I want to give one big shout out. We loved watching you guys play this year. Lainey Barrett. She is going to take her talents to Mount Vernon Nazarene University. She will be majoring in marketing. Can't wait to see what she does at the next level, especially with her shooting ability. Such an exciting spark she provides to an offense. Shout out to Brenna Williams. I've been watching her play since her sophomore year, coming off the bench. Last year we got to see her develop. This year she was in full number one option mode. Dropped 20 points 5 different times this season. Averaged 11 and 6 as the main starter and main scoring option. Big shout out to Brenna Williams. It's been a pleasure to watch you ladies play. She'll take her talents to Heidelberg, major in nursing. A very beautiful calling for Brenna Williams, and what a game we had tonight, Andy. We ended Northmont 45, Miamisburg 43 here on senior night. The last effort for Brenna Williams and Lainey Barrett here at the Thunderdome, and they finally got their first G-Walk win of the season.
Yeah, gotta love getting the G-Walk win on senior night. Huge way to end your whole career. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that Friday night we will be back inside Trent Arena, taking on as the Thunderbolts are going to travel down to Kettering to take on Fairmont Firebirds. And that one, tip-off at 7:30. Jared Bergstrom, along with myself, will be there to bring you guys all the action for that one. So if you guys can't make it out, you guys can either catch us on YouTube, or you can go to mynmsportsnetwork.com or My NM Sports Network, and you guys can catch the game, like I said, either there or on YouTube. If you guys go to YouTube, you guys can like the stream, like the stream, subscribe to our new NM Sports YouTube channel for the Thunderbolts. Just look up NMSN Northmont on YouTube, and you guys will be able to find it. You guys can hit the bell, get notifications every time we go live, so you guys be able to catch every single bit of Northmont Thunderbolt action. That's going to do it here from the Thunderdome tonight. Andy Horton alongside Jeff Allen. That's all, folks.
I will go and get the